morning. Welcome back to my channel. You want some more of his toast? Anyways, good morning. The kids are eating, well, Callan's eating breakfast and Millie's just eating some of his breakfast this morning. He's eating some peanut butter toast, which he eats that. It's usually like a couple mornings a week. He likes that a lot. But I'm gonna film a what I eat today video today. Get ready to make some coffee this morning. So I was actually not gonna film one of these this week since I'm meal prepped and all that, but I thought I would just because y'all request these a lot, and so I'm gonna try to film these more often. Even if I do repeat some stuff, it's okay. So I'm gonna make some coffee this morning. I'm actually going to make it, just dropped it in the sink. I actually got these cups on Amazon. They're plastic cups, but I washed them and reused them. They come in like a pack of 50 of them. I just love the sip lid like you can get at Starbucks, which I actually think that Starbucks actually come out with a lid to go with my big Starbucks cup. So next time I'm there, I have to look at that. But anyways, I got those on Amazon, but I reuse them. I don't just wash them and throw them away. I reuse them several times before I actually do throw them away. But I'm gonna make coffee this morning and just bring you all along. Yeah, let me make you some. I'll tell you when it's ready, okay? Anyways, I'm gonna grab my coffee. We're gonna make that while Callan's occupied with his breakfast. I woke up this morning and got up at like 5:15 or so. Actually, Callan woke up at like right before 5, so I came back in my room after I nursed him back to sleep, and it was like 5 o'clock. And my alarm is set for 5:15, and I did not want to get up. I ended up getting her up around 5:20. I did a 30-minute workout, which I was very proud of myself, and then I got in the shower and washed my hair, and now I just gotta finish getting ready for the day. But I'll probably just do that a little bit later. All right, so I filled up my gallon coffee maker the other day, or yesterday or something. Anyways, but I have some more left in this bottle that I'm gonna use up. And then I've got my Starbucks. This is the caramel macchiato creamer. I want to find the sugar-free one. They just come out with the caramel macchiato, but sugar-free. Yes, ma'am. Your toast is almost done, okay? I'm gonna pour a little bit of that in there. And then usually I add just a little bit of half and half, just because. You're thirsty? Okay, your cup is right there on the table, okay? I've already made it. All right, so I've got this done. Gonna give it a stir. And that's how I make my coffee every morning. Delicious, I love it. I've been using this creamer for the longest time, and I just love it so much. Since I'm doing a what I eat today video, I thought I'd do a little bit of an introduction, just because I feel like every time I do one of these, there's new people that may not know my story and new followers, and so I thought I'd do a little bit so y'all can skip through if you know all this. But I follow the WW personal points plan now, and I actually started the WW plan before I had Millie, like a year before I got pregnant with Millie. I think August of 26. I can't remember. I can't remember the year, but a few years ago, well, about 4 or 5 years ago, is when I started wanting to just get healthier and lose a little bit of weight. So I started the WW. It was when they had I can't remember what plan I started with now. It's been so long, y'all. I lost 45 pounds on it and got down to my smallest weight, a very healthy weight, and I felt so good. I even battled infertility for years, and I feel like once I got down, and it just helped my hormones, which helped my infertility. And after I lost all my weight, a few months later I got pregnant with Millie, and then after I had Millie, I ended up losing a good bit more weight back down, and then I got pregnant with Callan. I gained like 50 pounds when I was pregnant with Callan. Actually, not quite, I think close to that. And before I got pregnant with Callan, I wasn't even down to my weight that I wanted to be. But since I've had Callan, he is 10 months old now. I've lost 60 pounds, bless you. I've lost 60 pounds since I've had him, right around 60 pounds. So I love WW Weight Watchers, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if they ever call it Weight Watchers, but it works for me, and I've had so much success with it over the past several years. So he is still breastfeeding, and I have not changed my points. I could probably lower them a little bit. I just haven't done that yet. But he is also eating food. He's 10 months old, and so he's eating food as well, but he's also still breastfeeding a good bit. So I get 43 points a day. Before they changed the WW personal points plan, I was getting 41, which is a good bit more than I would get if I wasn't breastfeeding. But even with all these extra points, I've still been able to have a good loss with it. So y'all know, I actually, even though I get all these points, I don't count my coffee because I just don't want to, and it just works for me. That's just how I do it. Not saying it would work for everybody. You know, everybody's different. Everybody's body's different. Everybody responds to foods differently. So I just personally don't count my coffee. So I'm drinking my coffee, and then I'm gonna make some breakfast in probably about 30 minutes or so. All right, I decided to go ahead and make some breakfast. So first of all, I've got some hash browns in here. Millie always has to share these with me, so I always make sure to make a little bit extra. These are the Simply potatoes, the refrigerated ones. I prefer the frozen ones over these though, but this is just what the grocery order gave me this week. So those are 0 points for me. Potatoes are 0 points. I'm also making a bagel breakfast sandwich. These are from Aldi. They are 3 points each. They're great. They're delicious. So a breakfast sandwich is like my go-to filling until lunchtime. So I'm going to do that with a egg and then just some cheese. I'm not going to put any meat on it. I didn't get any meat to put on it for this week. So I'm just making a 4-point breakfast sandwich and 0-point hash browns, and that is going to be my lunch. I've got breakfast ready. I am going to put a little bit of ketchup on these eggs. I forgot to do that before I showed y'all, but just a little. I don't put much, just a little bit of ketchup, and I don't count it. And I've got my breakfast sandwich, just egg and cheese. And favorite breakfast, it's so good, 4 points. I've also got my water for the day as well. Filled it up earlier for my workout and drank a little bit earlier. So my goal each day is to drink all of this. So that's what I aim for, at least. And I will leave this below. It's from Amazon. I think it was like, well, when I bought it, I think I got it for like $15 or something. I have a half-gallon one, very similar to this, and then this is the full gallon. All right, I'm gonna throw dinner in the crock pot. It is a little after 12, so I'm gonna throw it in here and get that started for later. I'm actually making a recipe. I don't think, yeah, surely I would remember this. I feel like I sometimes don't remember the recipes I've tried. My sister sent this recipe to me and told me that I needed to try it. Her and her family love it, and it's low in points. I've got to calculate the points on the personal points plan, but it shouldn't be too bad. So I'm gonna make that. It's super easy, quick, simple. So I just put it in my recipe builder. I'm actually cutting this recipe in half. So I don't know how much I'm gonna use, so it really just gonna depend, but I'm gonna say if this is 4 servings, it should be like 5 points per serving. I'm cutting it in half, so I'm just using 2 chicken breasts because that's all I have. And so I'm using 2 chicken breasts. I'm gonna take the cream cheese. I'm gonna use half of this 1/3 less fat cream cheese. This recipe is actually from Felicia Keithley, if y'all follow her. I've made several of her recipes before and they've been great. So she sent it to me from her recipes. I'm gonna add a half a packet of this Italian seasoning. This is what I'm using. I use a can of this cream of chicken. It's not the 98% fat free. Her recipe actually calls for you to double it, but I think only Ethan and I are going to eat this, especially just because I only have 2 chicken breasts. We may have enough for the kids as well, depending on how much we eat. I'm going to serve this over, I can't decide what I'm going to serve it over, but I'll figure it out and we'll figure that out later. All right, so my lunch is very easy. I've already shared this. If y'all want to go check out a couple videos ago, I did my meal prep for the week. I'm going to heat my chicken up in the air fryer. Y'all can go check that video out if you haven't watched it already. I prefer when I make something with meat like this, I prefer to heat it in the air fryer. I just like the taste of it better than like just eating it in the microwave. So I've got chicken, I've got some jasmine rice, I've got a half a cup for 3 points here, and then I've got some zucchini. So that's gonna be my lunch today. All right, so I'm gonna eat a 4-point stack. These are the Aldi veggie straws, so I got 3 points worth of those, and then 1 for my cheese. All right, one of y'all shared with me, well, I don't think this is exactly the same. I can't remember, but it's gonna be pretty similar. I like a air fried, sweet pepper, cheesy, I don't know what you call it. After she saw my video where I put the Laughing Cow cheese in here with everything seasoned, she sent me something else I should try in the air fryer. So I'm gonna try this right now. I don't think, like I said, I don't think this is the exact recipe, but I'm just gonna make it my own. All right, so I cut these. I'm gonna get the seeds out. Peppers. All right, I'm gonna take a Laughing Cow cheese, and I'm gonna like stuff these peppers basically. All right, now I'm gonna take my everything with bagel seasoning. I don't know, I'm just gonna sprinkle it in there. Cook these up for like, I don't know, 5 minutes maybe. So we'll see how they taste. All right, these have been going for like 4 minutes. Probably gonna have to give them a minute to cool off. I wish I would have put the seasoning inside of it too, but oh well. Because like everything but the bagel seasoning just makes these, makes the flavor taste so much better. Ooh, they're hot. So I'm gonna let these cool off and we'll give them a try. All right, they're still pretty hot. We're gonna try them. You see me eating? Calvin's right below me, messing in the spice cabinet. A tiny bit more seasoning as I bite into it. Okay, this is good. Eat it up. I had to get that one done. Very good. Actually, I think I prefer them heated up. I like them both ways, but I give you around the house, and if you're not like prepping them for like lunch like I did last week, and you just want to throw them in your air fryer, they're so good. Actually, they're 0 points because the cheese is 1, but the veggies, I have 2 whole ones. So I'm gonna say it cancels out the cheese for every cup of veggies, which is probably not quite a cup, but I'm gonna say it's a cup. For every cup of veggies, you can add a point back, so I'm gonna say it's free. All right, before it gets too late, the kids have barely napped today. I'm gonna make, filled it up with ice, so I'm gonna make like another small, I'm gonna use the rest of that. I'm gonna add probably just a little bit more. I'm just gonna make a small cup of coffee. I would say probably a few days a week I'll drink like my regular cup in the morning, and then I'll drink like sometimes a small cup in the afternoon, and it's a little after 2, so I'm gonna drink it now before it gets too late and I won't sleep tonight. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more to it though. All right, it's just a small cup. This cup is full of ice because I do try to be careful with breastfeeding. Just a little bit of creamer. So typically when if I drink 2 cups, I will count this one. That's just how I do it. So I think I'm gonna count it for like 5 points. That's what I typically do when I just make a small cup, because I did use a couple tablespoons, probably about a couple tablespoons I used, which is 5 points for the creamer that I use. So I am gonna go ahead and count that. And so yeah, I'm gonna drink at least some of this. Sometimes I don't finish it when I drink a second cup. I just like to sip on it throughout the afternoon. All right, the chicken is done. So I'm gonna go ahead and shred it, and I turned it on low. Actually, I turned it on off. Let's turn it to warm, actually, not low. I'm gonna take this and shred it up. All right, I've got it all stirred in. We're gonna let it, keep it on warm for about another hour, an hour and a half or so. All right, so it is getting close to dinner time. I'm gonna actually cook rice to go with my chicken. I'm gonna put it over rice. I think my sister said she's also done it over potatoes. I think that would be really good, and pasta would be really good too. I love rice, and so I'm gonna do it over rice. Got some jasmine rice, which is my favorite. And when I did my meal prep this week, I got some comments from some of y'all telling me like better ways to cook the rice. So I'm actually going to cook this instead of water. I'm gonna do it in chicken broth. So one of y'all said to do that. I think the comment was cook it in chicken broth instead of water and then add pepper to it. And that sounds delicious to me. And then I think a few people also said to cook it with a bouillon cube, which would also be, I feel like, very similar to this. So I'm gonna cook, I love this rice cooker. I talked about this in my my meal prep video. I'm gonna do 2 cups of the rice. That way, maybe hopefully we'll have some leftovers for some food. We're both gonna eat rice with this, and like I said, the kids are probably just gonna eat chicken nuggets. Callan might eat a little bit of this, but I've got 2 cups of rice. I'm also gonna add 2 cups. This is a reduced sodium. Oh, making a mess. Reduced sodium chicken broth. All right, we're gonna let that cook. All right, so this is dinner. It's a really big serving too. I've got a cup of jasmine rice, and then I've got about 1/4 of the chicken mixture. So 11-point dinner, and then I've got corn on the cob, which is 0 for me. So I will report back on how it is. I did taste it and it's good, so I'm gonna kind of taste it together and see what I think, but it looks really good. I love setting y'all up on my windowsill. It's just like the perfect height for me. But I loved dinner. I thought it was delicious. Ethan did not care for it, however, so yeah, he didn't really care for it, but I really enjoyed it. But I love stuff like that, and I love stuff like that, like over rice, and he's not the biggest fan of like rice and stuff like that, unless it's like fried rice from like the Japanese place. He does love that, but he wasn't the biggest fan of it. But I really liked it, and I would totally make it again, but I will probably make it for myself and not necessarily for dinner. My hair's falling. I would probably do like a meal prep with it maybe, but if I meal prepped, I probably would not put it over rice because that would be too high in points for like lunchtime. I'm actually getting ready to end my night out with an ice cream sandwich that I know it's so boring, but I literally eat one every night, and it's my favorite dessert ever. So these are the ice cream sandwiches. If y'all have not seen me talk about them, they are delicious, like so good. They are 6 points each. They did go up a point whenever they changed the new plan, but they are delicious, like the best ice cream sandwiches. And I eat one every single night. And so anytime I go to the store, because I can't find these a whole lot of places, but anytime I do go to my store that does have these, I stock up on them because I just love them that much. So that is actually going to end this what I eat in a day video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I actually have like 10 points left over for the day, but pretty satisfied. And so this is actually going to end my night, that ice cream bar. But I will see you guys soon for another video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Stay tuned for, I've got several other videos planned coming up in the future, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.